All right, welcome back to Hannity. Before we close tonight, I want to address the new, very serious sexual misconduct allegations against Judge Roy Moore. If you watch this program regularly, you know I do not and will never rush to judgment, because we have seen the media and politicians get it wrong so many times. I've outlined all of that. Now, in light of new information about Judge Roy Moore, we have to address this issue again tonight. We should be troubled by two things in this case. When the Washington Post story first broke, I said that the allegations should be taken seriously. They should be fully investigated. This is a 14-year-old girl. We need to discover the truth. I also said I can understand when women wait years to come forward because of the evil that in cases where they are guilty, the men are guilty, it's evil trauma. I can understand people having a difficult time talking about it, even years later. So this past Friday, I had Judge Roy Moore on my radio program, and I methodically, step by step, went through point by point every allegation against him and let him respond. Listen to part of that interview.
The Washington Post alleges that back in 1979, when she was 14 years old, that she had sexual encounters with the then 32-year-old Roy Moore. What do you make of these allegations?
Well, Sean, first let me say this. These allegations are completely false and misleading.
Would it be unusual for you as a 32-year-old guy to have dated a woman as young as 17? That would be a, 15-year difference, or a girl 18. Do you remember dating girls that young at that time?
Not generally, no.
You don't specifically remember having any girlfriend that was in her late teens even at that time?
No, I don't remember that, and I don't remember ever dating any girl without the permission of her mother. And I think in her statement, she said that her mother actually encouraged her to go out with me.
Now, he gave a third answer. For me, when he said, well, not generally, not without permission of the mother, it seemed inconsistent. And a lot of other people saw the same thing. It took 3 times. On the third time, he unequivocally then denied that he'd ever dated somebody in their late teens, even though I was pressing again and again. Now, here yesterday, we have another accuser that came forward. She's alleging that Roy Moore sexually assaulted her when she was 16 years old and he was in his 30s. Here is how Judge Moore responded to that accusation.
I want to address what's been brought out on television today by Gloria Allred and a client that she has about things I allegedly did. I want to make it perfectly clear. The people of Alabama know me. They know my character. They know what I've stood for in the political world for over 40 years. And I can tell you without hesitation, this is absolutely false. I never did what she said I did. I don't even know the woman. I don't know anything about her.
He denied knowing this fifth accuser, but this accuser has now brought forth a yearbook that Moore appeared to sign, quote, to a sweeter, more beautiful girl. I could not say Merry Christmas. Love, Roy Moore, DA. I looked at the handwriting. I know some people on Twitter have said things about this. Here's where I am tonight. Between this interview that I did and the inconsistent answers, between him saying, I never knew this girl, and then that yearbook comes out. For me, the judge has 24 hours. You must immediately and fully come up with a satisfactory explanation for your inconsistencies that I just showed. You must remove any doubt. If you can't do this, then Judge Moore needs to get out of this race. This country has way too many issues and problems. The American people deserve 100% truth and honesty. We need correct answers the first time on issues this serious. Judge Moore, you owe that to the people of Alabama, the Republican Party that you represent, and to the country which is suffering under so many problems. We deserve answers, consistent answers, and truth. Thank you for being with us.